And I said, come over, come on over, you'll say.
All right, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Town of Portland podcast. This is episode number 41. I'm your host, Dave Kosminski, and I am here in the Town Tech Educational Podcast Studio at Portland High School with our first select woman, Miss Susan Bransfield. Hi, Susan.
Hey, Dave. Good to be with you.
Good. Are you surviving the heat and humidity?
Yes, absolutely.
The weather that we can wear.
Yes, much better than what we might have been facing last weekend. So I'm grateful that I'm just sweating.
Absolutely. I think we dodged the bullet with with Henri,
Yes.
and so forth, and that was kind of a big bust, which is okay with me.
Me too.
And so forth. So anyway, well, we got a lot happening. We had schools coming back in session starting Monday. The teachers were in school yesterday, so we had the invocations and all that kind of stuff, and the what's new and exciting for the upcoming school year of 21-22.
Right.
So anyway, tell us what's happening in Portland.
Well, there's a few things going on, Dave. Activity-wise, this weekend is one of my favorite events, which is the townwide tag sale.
Yes, that's awesome. And
Saturday the 28th.
You know, it's amazing how that event has grown.
Oh, I know.
Since
Tremendous.
its inception, and
Yeah.
it's really known throughout the state.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Definitely.
crazy. It's crazy. The
It
people,
is.
the amount of traffic that comes through town, and you see the early birders coming over the bridge. It's
In the vans.
In the vans,
yeah.
yes, and so forth. So there's a lot of good bargains to be had. The maps are available.
Yeah, there's some at Town Hall, I know, and some at the Historical Society right on Main Street. They have a whole bucket full there that you can go pick up.
Yep, and I think Ryan has them in the town clerk's office, and in fact, they're on the table as you come into the entrance of the town hall. So yeah, that's great. So
Get your treasure while it's still there.
yes, well, they say somebody else's cast-offs or somebody else's treasures.
Yeah, you just never know. I know that the Historical Society has its own booth. I know they often will sell some treasures. I'm having one too. I'm having it along with my family. I have a sister and a son who's bringing things to the house, so it should be an event,
There
shall
you
we
go.
say? Yeah. And we've been in the attic, we've been in the basement, Dave, and hopefully we have a few treasures for people.
It's amazing how you can collect things.
Yes, yeah.
It just accumulates and you didn't realize it and so forth. Yes, the Historical Society, obviously they're operating out of the Ruth Callender House up on Main Street. So
Right.
I think all of their treasures are going to be in the backyard and so forth. in
Oh,
the driveway.
nice. Yeah.
So
That's a great backyard to visit.
Absolutely.
I know the Lions Club, the Portland Lions, are also doing a fun event. I believe they're on the map, on the tag sale map. They'll be at the end of Middlesex Avenue, right near the Brownstone Exploration Discovery Park, just before you take that left to go down the hill, in the parking lot that the town owns. And they're having a food truck event, Dave. So you
Nice.
can go get your lunch and give to their charity. They donate money to Portland Food Bank. They also use some of the proceeds for the summer concert series at the riverfront. And very important, they give to Project Graduation for right here, Portland High School students.
Yes, and that's a great event. I know a lot of the seniors look forward to that, and it's just a great event that keeps our kids safe, and they have a great place to go after graduation, and we don't want our kids being known as statistics.
No, that's for sure. No, it's a wonderful tradition, and it's a nice memory for our students who have achieved so much. When they graduate, it's a nice way to celebrate.
Absolutely, yeah. We had our student interns that we've had during the summer, Lila and Nick.
Haven't they been great?
They have did such a great job with the auctions and so forth. And Lila is shipping off, I think, this morning, and she's going to American University in Washington, D.C.
Congratulations.
And Nick and that's her freshman year. And Nick is back to RIT, which is up in upstate New York, and and he's doing a great job, and I think he's going to be helping us out during the year, doing some Zoom meetings or whatever. So, which is good.
And I want to recognize you, Dave, for helping with that auction. What happens is when we have surplus equipment,
Oh, yeah.
either through the library, the schools, some of the equipment that we just can't use anymore, we don't just throw it out. We put it on sort of a online tag sale, if you will.
It is.
Govdeals.com. And I think we've done very well.
We have. In fact, yesterday we had a lady that purchased, I think, the iPads from the school.
Oh.
The excess iPad. I think they were like 60 or 70 of the iPads that she purchased. She drove all the way up from Washington, D.C.
My goodness.
with a van. She picked up the iPad, and she also bought an old table saw that was
Gee,
in the
good.
shop that doesn't have a lot of the safety features. And I asked her, I says, what are you going to do with these?
good
And
question.
she said they're shipping them to Africa.
Oh, my.
So less fortunate, and
Well.
there's always a use.
Yeah, talk about recycle. That's a wonderful way to recycle.
It's great. So she drove 6 hours from D.C. and
Great.
left at 2 a.m, and she was here at little after 7:30, 7:45. So I met her up here, and we loaded up the table saw and loaded up the iPads, and then she drove back.
That's wonderful. Yeah, no, it's a great program, and it puts money into our capital fund, and then
Absolutely.
we turn it around, and what other new supplies we need, we're able to draw down those dollars. So all around, it's great. Yeah, I know that you and Tom Robinson, Finance, as well as our student interns, have just done a really good job on that, and I thank you.
Yeah, no, that's great. And I think shout out to Tom, because I think for years, and you know as well as I do, I've been here a while, and a lot of the stuff that we used to have, Tom came up with this, the Gov Deals auction.
Yeah.
And it has certainly reaped benefits.
It has, yeah, and people can access it on our website.
Absolutely. And just go on the homepage, the Gov Deals. We're going to be having, in the first part of September, we're going to be auctioning off all of our excess vehicles, the old police cruisers, trucks, and so there's going to be a lot of motor vehicles that are going to be up for auction. So if you want some great deals, you can check that out, and that's going to be probably early September.
That's great.
Go
That's
from
great.
there. So
Well, also on the events calendar on, I believe, September 2nd, which is next Wednesday, the Chatham Health District is got a group coming in that's going to be doing COVID testing.
yes.
And I think you've been helping them set that up, Dave.
I have. We're coordinating that, and the lady. This is a third-party organization that Chatham has hooked up with, and so forth, and they're facilitating it. It's going to be down at the senior center, just like where we did the testing before.
Is it all outside?
It is
Drive-through?
It is drive-through, all outside, and so forth. So I'm going to be setting that up for them. So you want to come in and get COVID tested, you can do that. And
Good thing.
I'm understanding that it's going to be a pretty short turnaround for results, so which is good.
Oh, wonderful. So people will come in the library driveway and then come around, and I think they're set up right next to the senior center.
Right next to just like they did when they did the food drive.
Okay.
Food, just like
Perfect.
that,
Yeah.
and so forth. So we're going to set up tents out there, and they'll have their staff that come in and do the swabbing and get you tested, and
I think it starts at 10 o'clock.
correct.
In the morning. They say they finish at 2, but I will tell our listeners, make sure you get there early.
Right.
Because if they don't have customers, they usually pack up and leave. So
Right.
you're better off of scheduling yourself for 10 a.m. so that if you do need or want to get a test done for COVID-19, you can get in line and get it done pretty quick.
Sure. Well, I think this new variant that's out there is throwing a monkey wrench into our our COVID situation, and it's I think it's basically causing us to be a lot more cautious. I know you instituted wearing masks back in the town hall again.
That's right. Yeah, to be safe, I feel that if I'm fully vaccinated, as I know you are, Dave, and we can still contract and spread COVID to others who may not be vaccinated, particularly children.
Yeah.
So I feel it's a pretty minor imposition for me to wear it indoors. I don't wear it outdoors. I don't wear a mask outdoors. But when I go inside and I'm around people, as I can. I wear it, and I thank others that are doing the same thing. It's a wonderful courtesy to me and to my grandchildren. I worry about youngsters who may have not only the inclination to catch a virus, which we know kids do, but also there's some youngsters that have other health concerns that this would just exacerbate a problem.
Yes, when they have immune deficiencies and so forth, and underlying issues, it's not good.
Yeah.
It is not good.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that it's become somewhat of a, what do you want to call it, a discussion issue?
It has become a political issue.
Yeah, that's a better word. Let's call it what it is.
You know, and so forth.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, it's a public health issue, and I think we have to recognize it as that. I know we did Dr. Britton's podcast last week, and he kind of gave the rundown of what going to be the standard procedures here in the Portland School District, and students coming in are going to be required to wear a mask, as all the teachers indoors, as far as that goes, at least until the September 30th, and that's when the governor's emergency declaration powers expire, and whatever they're going to do then.
Well, it's sort of a nice thing. I'm just looking at some of the messages that I've gotten from Russ Melmed, our Chatham Health Director, who unfortunately couldn't make the podcast today for good reason. He's very busy with all of these requirements for health. But Russ was reporting that FDA has approved, I believe, the
Pfizer.
The
right?
Pfizer,
Yes.
yeah, the Pfizer vaccine. So that's good news. I know some people were concerned that hadn't gotten the full approval, so that has happened. He also sends status reports out, and on the 20th of August, he sent me the status, and it looks like, Dave, for Portland, we are in the red alert status. We have, as of that date, an average daily case rate of 17 per day. Number of cases, 22, which was, for that date, an increase of 5 cases from the week before. So overall, the health district has seen an increase for that week, August 20, an increase of 22 cases. And that's not the way we're supposed to be going. We're supposed to be going down, and it's
and I
not.
think
Going back up.
That trend is kind of evident nationwide.
Yes.
And I think that's due to this new variant that's out there, and unfortunately, it's like you say, going in the wrong directions. But unfortunately, is our healthcare system, and not so much here in this state, but in a lot of other states, is becoming overwhelmed.
Yeah.
There's no ICU beds, especially down south, and most or 90% of the people that are coming in are people that have not been vaccinated. So please get out there if you have not been vaccinated. Get out there and get vaccinated.
One of the things that I was talking actually to a member of our police force, and they often have to go to the hospital to take someone or to check on something, and they were being told that there were all these folks at the emergency room waiting for their attention, because one of the reasons is people with COVID are coming in, and they have to be separated. It takes longer to attend to all of the patients, and there's always these unintended side effects, and the consequences that happen. So let's all do our part, get vaccinated, and wear a mask when you're inside and when you're in close quarters.
Sure. Well, their visiting protocols are going back to they lighten them up there. Now they're putting them back into effect to where you can only have one visitor if you can, or and a lot of times it's an inconvenience, especially if you have an elder relative and so forth that needs attention. And unfortunately, the COVID cases are taking away the basically the demand on the system, and people that come in for broken legs or whatever, have to wait in the queue, and so forth. So
Anyway, I also wanted to point out that the planned food share distribution is planned for September 27. I checked with the food bank, and they were telling me that watch the River East for the official notice, but right now they're penciled in for September 27th, and hopefully people will be able to avail themselves of that wonderful program.
That's great. And that's going to be, again, at the senior center. So it's going to be the same place
Yeah.
that the COVID testing clinic is.
Yeah, it's a great spot for getting things done. And then, of course, the last thing that, at least for today, I want to talk about is the Portland Fair is coming.
Absolutely. We are back. And it's going to
Yes.
be October 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. And we've got
Early this year, Dave.
It is a week earlier.
I think that's much better.
I think so. I think so. And I think, like I say, we've got a lot of great things planned. We got some great entertainment planned and so forth. So it's going to be, we got the truck pulls, the animal pulls and so forth. So if you want, again, organizations or businesses that wish to get a booth at the fair, hook up with Joyce Murphy. She is in charge of that, and as far as that goes, so we've got some great entertainment coming, and so forth. We got our '70s project. We're working on getting the Christine Ullman. She is, actually, I did a podcast with her last week. She is the lead singer and has been for the Saturday Night Live Orchestra, and she is
Wow.
She is known,
Big name.
and she is from Connecticut, and she is affectionately known as the Beehive Queen because her hairdo is always in a
yeah.
beehive. So they call her.
I love it.
And
yeah.
she is.
I could never quite do that.
Me either.
No.
Me either. I just don't have the hair for it. So, but anyway, so that's great. We got
Yeah.
some great country acts that are coming, and so which is good, and to go from there. So hopefully we'll have some great weather.
Yeah, I hope so. And I think going a little bit earlier in October, you might have a better shot at it too.
Yes, I think it's going to be. Because nights in October can get chilly,
Yeah.
and so forth. So I think this is being a little bit early is going to bode a little better for that.
The other date that I wanted to talk a little bit about is the 20th year of 9/11.
Yes.
It's been 20 years since that fateful Tuesday, and I know there are 2 planned remembrances. I just spoke with the Solidarity Committee. And the Solidarity Committee and the Town of Portland are going to sponsor a moment on September 11th at 8:30. We're asking people to come to the Veterans Memorial behind Town Hall, and it's going to be very simple, but it's so important for us to stop and remember.
Yes.
At approximately 8:46 a.m., that first plane hit the tower in New York City, and we're going to have a remembrance of silence, and we're inviting other folks to come. Someone's going to read some poetry for us.
Nice.
And we were hoping maybe some music, Dave, that we can plan. So if folks would like to come and commemorate, I know we have people living in Portland who had relatives who died in that tragedy, who helped. I know of one man who was a police officer that lost his life at 9/11. And certainly the many innocent people, all of them innocent, who lost their lives.
That was tragic. And a lot of our area first responders went down to help out at Ground Zero and so forth.
2001.
Yes, it's amazing, a long time ago. And, I just, one of my students went down to New York City last week, and they were able to go into the 911 museum or the 9/11 museum, and she says it was very somber but very moving.
Well done. Huh?
Unbelievable! It's just so well done, and they have the stairway there, and a lot of the artifacts. From that day with, fire trucks that were crushed, and so forth. So it's very moving and very somber, but it's well worth the trip to go in to see that.
The other tribute that Joyce Gent is planning with the Middlesex
Yes.
Hospital Vocal Cords will be at the Bushnell in Hartford, and tickets are available through the Bushnell. The Middlesex Vocal Cords will sing. They have a special guest singer.
Mm-hmm.
I know that Lieutenant Governor Bisowitz, Mayor Bronin, Mayor Florsheim, myself, and many, many other members of the fire departments from
Yep.
the respective towns, as well as police departments, will be there. Bagpipes. It is a beautiful, moving tribute, and I hope people are able to come to the Bushnell for that special tribute.
And that will be on 9/11.
It will be,
Yes,
on that
yes.
Saturday at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. As I said, go to the Bushnell website. Also, the Middlesex Hospital Vocal Cords have a Facebook page.
Mm-hmm.
And if the listeners have trouble locating it, give me a call at Town Hall. I'll be happy to put you in touch.
Sure. Yeah, Joyce has done a phenomenal job with
she's
that.
amazing.
The vocal cords. She was the founder and the originator of the vocal cords, and it's every year they're amazing. And people, if people wish to join the vocal cords, contact Joyce, because they're always looking for members, and it's a great organization, and they have a great time.
Yeah.
They really do.
Of course.
And to recognize this event, and to have it at the Bushnell, and so normally they have it here at Portland High School, but to have it at the Bushnell and have so many moving tributes that are going to be in conjunction with their concert, that'd be great.
It's as you know, music can be very healing,
Absolutely.
and I hope that people are able to come and participate.
Sure. So anyway, but that's great.
Yeah, I think that's it for my calendar, Dave. You have anything else?
I think that's it. We have our students are going to be coming back Monday, and everything is full on. There is no PVLA, which is the online learning. As far everybody is going to be in person. All of the sports are happening in person.
Very good.
As far as that goes, according to Charles, and again, what we want to do is take care of our neighbors, wear our masks, get vaccinated by all means, and so forth. And we're going to hopefully get this new Delta virus behind us and get the numbers going back the way they should be, and go from there.
That sounds good to me.
All right. So until next time, I'm your host, Dave Kosmiski, with our first selectwoman, Ms. Susan Bransfield. And this is our Town of Portland podcast, episode number 41. So you can get us anywhere you get your podcast, but you can go on our town website, and we're on iTunes, we're on Spotify, every place you get your podcast. So until we meet, so please have a safe September, and we have our Labor Day weekend coming up, and enjoy a safe weekend, and wear your mask, and we'll see you next time. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us today. I'm your host, Dave Kosmiski. Please tune in every week for new and relevant conversations about the town of Portland. You can find us at portlandct.org or at YouTube/Town of Portland, and now wherever you listen to your podcasts. If you've enjoyed our podcast, please consider subscribing and sharing with friends. This podcast was produced by the Town Tech Educational Partnership Program, which is a partnership between Portland High School and the Portland Town Hall. If you're looking to start a podcast for your business or organization, check out towntech.org/podcast to learn more.